All right, YouTube world, we back. Sorry about that. I ended the live stream early by mistake. I was trying to actually pull down my screen. But again, we were talking about that jab round. That first letter that you send into the actual credit bureaus, you have some different methods that you can go about disputing the actual bankruptcy, right? So you can say that accounts are not identified. So if you had 3 or 4 credit cards that were included in your bankruptcy, a mortgage, or whatever the case may be, if that's reported negatively, charge off, whatever, late payment, close, whatever, that has to be identified in the comment. It has to say included in your bankruptcy. If it doesn't say that, has to be removed. All right, and then you're gonna also, one other thing that you can do is you can ask them how is it verified. So after you send your initial dispute letter, right? What you want to do is you want to send a method of verification letter. All right, and so I'm gonna pull up my screen, but actually no, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the method of verification. So you're gonna send off your initial dispute, right? Saying that the accounts that should be included in the bankruptcy or were included in the bankruptcy are not reporting as such, right? So if it's not reporting 100% accurate, 100% verifiable, it's got to be removed. All right. So that's one way that you can kind of get some things cleared up on that first dispute round. Okay. Now, one other thing that I like to do and you can do is you can get a courthouse letter. So I'm gonna pull up the courthouse letter. And again, guys, if you want to see my screen, you got to head over to the YouTube channel where I'm sharing my screen. Same handle, Carolina's Own. Um, so basically, this is the letter that you would send to the actual courthouse, right? So you want to make sure that it's a courthouse in where the actual bankruptcy was filed. So make sure you keep all your documents, all your records um, of where you filed your bankruptcy. Okay. So what you want to do is fill out the information, right? But I would actually call the courthouse first. I will call them, ask them what the procedure is. Sometimes they'll say, yes, send us a letter. Because basically, when you call up the courthouse, what you're going to ask them is you're going to say, hey, I saw that this bankruptcy that I filed in 2020 or 2019 is reported on my personal credit, but I was told that you guys don't report anything to the third party credit bureaus. They're going to say, no, we don't report anything to the credit bureau. Send us a letter and we'll send you back a written letter saying that we don't report to the credit bureaus. Boom. Does everybody follow me on that? Why you want to call the courthouse and ask that question, right? So I will call first. I will call first. Sometimes they want the case number. So you may have to call and they'll say, hey, just send us the name, your name, the courthouse, the case number, and then we'll send you back something in the mail saying that we don't report to the credit reporting agencies. Once you call the courthouse, you then send this letter, right? Now this letter is basically saying, I called and spoke with whoever you spoke with, and they assured me that if I send a written letter, right, because you're gonna ask, hey, how do I get something in writing saying that you guys don't report this to the credit bureau? So you're gonna say, they assured me that if I send a written letter, that you will respond promptly to my request. Right? Boom. I've included a self-addressed envelope. Um, for you as well. I have a public record report on my credit report. To be clear, it's in bankruptcy, tax lien, whatever. And I find it shocking that the credit bureaus are saying that you provided them the incorrect information. I've done some research, and under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA for short, I can start a dispute with any furnisher of information directly, and the credit bureau has notified me to contact you. However, from my understanding, the courthouse doesn't provide information to the credit bureaus, but the credit bureaus are saying that you do. So I'm confused. Can you provide me documentation confirming that you do not report information to the credit bureau agencies, aka credit bureaus? That is the letter you want to send. Now, I personally would send this letter when you send your first initial dispute. I will send this letter when you send your first initial dispute. So send the initial dispute round letter that we just showed you. Send this letter as well because you need this for your second round, right? So what happens, you send the first round, 30 days later, they'll come back, hey, this is verified, right? Okay, cool. Now you have this letter from the courthouse saying that they do not report to the bureaus. So in your next dispute letter, you're going to simply say, hey, how did you verify this information when the actual courthouse does not report this information to you? How can you say this is verified? And when you send that letter, they have to respond telling you how they verify that information. If they can't, ladies and gentlemen, the bankruptcy has to be removed. So that's another way that you can go about trying to dispute a bankruptcy. Okay. Now, when you get the letter back from the courthouse saying that they don't report to the bureaus, your second letter, your response, your follow-up, when they come back verified from the credit bureaus, is going to be this particular letter here. All right. So the letter that you want to send is here, the method of verification. Now remember, this method of verification letter, you're going to include, again, if you're watching this on Instagram, you want to see my actual screen, you definitely want to hop over to the YouTube channel. All right. So this is the letter that you want to send with your courthouse letter. All right. And this is basically saying, hey, how did you verify it? Please provide proof. Right. I'm concerned about the validity and accuracy of your recent investigation of these accounts that are reporting on my credit report. 30 days ago, I requested an investigation because I felt the items below were not being reported legally. A couple of days ago, I received a letter stating that your investigation was complete. Please explain to me how you conducted your investigation. And then you list out everything. Please explain to me what your representatives uncovered to lead them to believe that you are reporting this item as it legally should be reported. What certified documents were reviewed and concluding blah, blah, blah. Just a list of all the different things. And you want, method of verification. You want them to tell you, how did you verify this, fam? How is this verified? Right? That's what you want to know. Because if they can't tell you how they verified it, then how is it reported on your credit report? Remember, everything on your credit report has to be 100% accurate and 100% verifiable. 100% accurate, 100% verifiable. Okay, family? So that is how you can get those bankruptcies removed off your personal credit. You have to make sure that you send that courthouse letter. Call them. Ask them, how do you want me to send this letter to you? Do you want me to send it to a P.O. box? What's your mailing address? And find out what they need in order for them to send you that courthouse letter. When you get that letter from the courthouse saying that they do not report to the bureaus, that is your bargaining chip when you send this letter. When you send that method of verification letter, you're going to say in that letter, right? And I'll even pull up, let's see. You can even put this in your letter, right? I'll switch slides real quick. Let's see. How do I? Whoops. All right, let me share my screen. So you could even put this in this letter, right? In your JAB letter, or if you send in a dispute letter. You can put in that second letter the demand for verification letter or method of verification letter. You can say, how was it verified? I request immediately assistance because I have a feeling that these were not even investigated and that all you did was send something through a computer and then all of a sudden it was verified. I'm also pretty sure that it's a violation of my rights because I specifically asked for a real investigation, right? Delete these accounts because they were not investigated during the allotted time frame of the challenge. You verified this account pretty fast. I have a simple request. What procedures does your company have in place to investigate accounts? Can you send me a copy of those procedures? Second, what data are you basing the verification on? please send that to me. Also, send me whatever proof that you have or how you went about. What was your methods? Along with that method of verification letter, you want to send that courthouse letter saying, hey, these folks don't even report to the credit bureaus. They don't even send this information. So how did you get it? Remember, method of verification. How did you verify it? The credit bureau letter, the courthouse letter. Those two things, when you send that method of verification letter with that courthouse response saying that they don't report to the bureaus, goodbye bankruptcy. Because they can't verify it. Now, you want to suppress the secondary bureaus, but it really doesn't matter if you don't do it, because once you send this letter, once you send that method of verification along with that courthouse letter saying that they do not report bankruptcies or any public records to the credit bureaus, it's ball game. It's ball game. They have no response back to you. They have no way of verifying it. All right. So, questions. If you got questions about how to remove a bankruptcy, if you've dealt with a bankruptcy, what has been your experience in trying to get it removed? Again, this is the stuff that we teach you guys at the one-day masterclass. So make sure you register for the one-day masterclass if you have not yet. Make sure you text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360. Again, text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360. Or if you're on Instagram, you can click the link in my bio. It's the first link. Make sure you register for the next one-day masterclass. Also, I would highly recommend, if you've attended VIP or if you are thinking about attending VIP, I would highly recommend VIP. I'm going to be making a special offer to any and everyone who attends the VIP session this coming Saturday. So you don't have much time left. So make sure you register for the event. It's a 2-hour event. We have fun. If you come to the VIP session, you'll be with me the whole day. You can ask questions live as we go through the content. But I would highly recommend being at this next one-day masterclass. It goes down October the 22nd, 10 a.m. for general admission, 9 a.m. for VIP. Let's see. Amber Credit Solutions says, is there a difference between discharge and dismiss? Yeah, I think discharge basically means that you filed it and it went to court and you basically followed through with it. Dismissed, I think it means that you filed it, but then you tried to go back. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an attorney, man. But I think that's what the difference is between discharge and dismiss. But great question. Again, man, text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360 to make sure you get access to our next one-day Business Funding Made Easy Masterclass. YouTube, what questions do y'all got for me, man? If any. Also, for those of you who would like some one-on-one help to get access to funding, make sure you text the letter CBCA to 980-825-4360 if you would like our team to help you get your first or your next $150,000 in funding without having to walk into a bank, without having to pay for credit repair, or without having to actually show tax returns or bank statements. Make sure you tap in with us and see how we can help you get more funding for your business. Other than that, family, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to hop off. It's late. Hopefully this was valuable. Hopefully you got some game. If you're watching this on the replay on Instagram or YouTube, type in the comments, just say game. If this was some game, if this was good, make sure you type in the comments, just say, hey man, this was good game. Type it in the comments, right? Also, make sure you register for the masterclass. It's free. It's free for general admission. Anybody can come. We teach you how to actually dispute everything we talked about this whole month. Collections, charge-off, repossessions, any of that stuff. Bankruptcies. We just gave you the whole play on bankruptcies tonight, right? So again, make sure you come to the one-day masterclass. And if you're looking for funding, if you need help with getting funding, you need help getting access to funding, personal and business, make sure you text the letter CBCA to 980-825-4360 and see how our team can help you get access to your first or your next $150,000 in funding without having to walk into a bank, without having to pay for credit repair, and without having to show tax returns or bank statements. So again, family, I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. If you're watching this on YouTube on the replay, make sure you hit the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and I greatly appreciate the support. But again, Saturday, man, is going down. Masterclass, man. Who's all coming to the masterclass? If you're watching this on a live, on the replay, type me if you're coming to the masterclass. I see my guy Sheed is here. He says, Sheed, we here. I love it. I love it. I would definitely love to see everybody at the VIP session, man, so I can get a chance to speak with you, learn more about your business, learn more about your goals for funding. We just had a couple people get signed up in the accelerator program this week. So I'm excited, man. I'm ready to help as many people as possible get this funding, man, because we don't know what's on the other side of this election. We don't know what's on the other side of 2023. A lot of people are calling for recession. So now's the time to get in position, you know. It's time. If you're on the fence, definitely make sure you get off the fence, man. It's time to get off the pot, family. If you're watching this on the replay, make sure you get help. Make sure you get in position. Make sure that you learn these stuff. Go back and watch this on the YouTube channel. Make sure you get those letters out. Make sure you're following up. Make sure you're doing the things and the steps in the order that we laid out for you today. But other than that, family, I'm going to hop off. Make sure you get ready for the next Monday Masterclass. It goes down Saturday. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. We're going to do some Q&A next Wednesday. So Q&A next Wednesday. Also, if you have attended a VIP session this year for the Masterclass, we are going to be doing the Ford Zoom call. So if you've attended the masterclass, you know that we were supposed to have a Zoom call with the finance manager over at Ford. A lot of you guys know I was able to get a business vehicle in my business name through Ford Financial, Ford Credit, Motor Credit. So yes, he's going to be on the call. If you want to be on that call, you have to come to the VIP session. So I want to reward everybody for taking action and coming and investing in themselves. But that call will be November 2nd. So I'll be sending out a text and an email with more information about the date and time for the call for everybody who's looking to get the box trucks, the vehicles, everything in your business name with no PG funding. But yeah, other than that, family, I'm going to hop off here, man. I got a long week ahead of me getting ready for Saturday. I hope to see you guys there. And as always, man, definitely make sure that you guys execute. That's all I ask. So we're going to hop off of here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. And we'll see you next week.